Hello and Namaste. I am Ketan Kank from NineteenTwo Consulting. Coming to the last part of IEPF rules, now we will see the Schedule 4, which deals with a very important and interesting aspect of the entire reclaiming process. It deals with the provisions or the procedure through which the IEPF authority shall process the claims and approve or reject them. There are in all 10 pointers which I will be reading out for our audience, and we'll see what these 10 points procedure has to say. So, Schedule 4, which is titled as Procedure to be followed while disposing the claims. It states the authority shall follow the following indicative procedures while disposing the claims. First and very important thing, the word indicative has been used in these provisions. That means the claimants or none of the stakeholder can actually catch hold or hold the IEPFA responsible if they digress from this indicative procedure in case any practical requirement arises. So this is an indicative procedure, but from our experience, I can state or I can say that the IEPFA, the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, by and large sticks to these provisions when it comes to disposing of the claims. So what is the procedure? First, it should check the completeness of all information provided in the form IEPF 5. So unless and until all the mandatory information is provided in the form IEPF 5, the authority will not proceed with the claim. Nowadays, this provision I would say is quite redundant or quite irrelevant because the ministry has made form IEPF 5 or has converted the form IEPF 5 into a web form. So unless and until the complete information is not filled into it, or all the mandatory fields are not filled into it, the form won't proceed to the next web page. The incompleteness can remain in the attachments. In addition to the data that is being filled in the form IEPF 5, the authority will also check the completeness of the information mentioned in the documents which are attached to the form IEPF 5. Next, matching of the information in the e-form with the scanned documents attached with the claim. Exactly what I mentioned. So, in addition to the information that is being mentioned in form or the web form IEPF 5, the information is also mentioned in the scanned documents. In addition to the completeness of the information mentioned on both the documents such as IEPF 5 and the scanned documents should match. Third, affidavit and other supporting documents, namely gazette notification for name change, marriage certificate, other identity proof, etc. for change or variation in the name of the various documents, share certificates, etc. So the affidavits, etc. have to be checked. That information also has to be complete and matching with the documents that are provided in support of the claim. Next, indemnity on stamp paper of appropriate value in the name of the claimant of the stamp paper. So as soon as you file IEPF 5, an indemnity bond gets generated. That indemnity bond has to be printed, it has to be signed and executed on appropriate stamp paper. There are stamp duties which vary across the state. In Maharashtra, we pay rupees 500 for indemnity bond. So the claimants will have to check the applicable stamp duty in their respective states, and then they'll have to execute that indemnity bond. In addition to the affidavit mentioned earlier, they'll have to execute the indemnity bond and furnish it along with the paper. So that will be checked by the IEPF authority. Next, verification of the PAN details of the claimant with client master list and with the government database. So this is again an interesting provision which may not entirely be visible to the claimant. The name mentioned on the PAN card sometimes mismatches with the name in the government records. The authority will have the access to the PAN card as well as the name mentioned in the government records. So if there is any mismatch of the name, it is always advisable for the claimant to file an affidavit with effect to the mismatch of the name. This will help the authority to expedite the disposing procedure and help the claimant with the timely redressal of the grievances or timely redressal of the claim. Next, in case of the claim related to physical securities, authentication of scanned copy of the certificate attached with IEPF e-form, IEPF 5 e-form by the company. So as I've already mentioned in more than couple of the earlier videos that the documents have to be scanned, documents have to be sent in the scanned format, as well as the original physical documents have to be sent, and the original physical documents have to match with the scanned papers. So this will also be matched by the IEPF while disposing of the claim. Verification and matching of Demat account number, name of the claimant, PAN, address from the CML. CML is nothing but the client master list. We have discussed in detail about this document in one of our earlier videos. So the details on the client master list have to match as it is. Next, matching of the CML of unclaimed suspense account in case the transfer of shares has taken place from unclaimed account or from the company. So if the shares have gone from the unclaimed suspense account of the company to IEPF, then the details on the unclaimed suspense account of the company should also match. So streamlining of the KYC is inevitable for the investors even before entering into the claim process. Even before filing the claim, it is imperative for the investors to get the KYC papers streamlined. And the last, the details of the amount due to the claimant are to be verified from E-Form 1 or INV 1 or IEPF 1A or IEPF 1. In case of non-availability of data in the MCA system, proportionate deductions in the refund can be made. Once all the details on the documents are made, the amount will be reconciled from various databases, and if it is not available in the MCA database, MCA stands for Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We have seen it in our earlier videos, but it is not if the data is not available in the MCA database, then appropriate deductions will be made by the ministry authorized to do that. In addition to the above, the authority they may seek any other documents, clarification, etc. from the claimant or the company as and when required for disposing of the claim. So this was the procedure relating to disposing of the claims by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, precisely the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority. With that, we come to an end of the set of videos which extensively dealt with the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority rules. Should you have any query relating to the reclaiming of the securities, dematerialization of securities, or any investment related query, please feel free to reach out to us. We can be reached by simply marking your comment in the comment section of this video, or you may also write an email to us on info@192.in. We will be all the more happy to help. Till the time, this is Ketan Kank signing off. Thank you so much.